Hi, this is Alexander Kolovos with Teradata Product Engineering. You are watching a Teradata TechBytes video. This is video 1 in the TechBytes series about the Teradata plugin for Dataiku. Teradata is the connected multi-cloud data platform for enterprise analytics. Dataiku is a leading platform that systemizes the use of data and artificial intelligence, bringing people together to deliver amazing business results. As a strategic partner of Dataiku, Teradata developed early on solutions to facilitate interaction and interoperability between the Dataiku and Teradata Vantage platforms. Also, the solutions aim to interface enhanced Teradata Vantage analytical tools for our joint users for scaled and efficient in-database analytics, and that offer NoSQL solutions in the form of familiar and convenient Dataiku recipes. The Teradata plugin for Dataiku is your gateway to bridge the Teradata and Dataiku platforms. The plugin is available from the Dataiku plugin store website. The Teradata plugin comprises the following component recipes. The first recipe is the Teradata Analytic Functions that features interfaces to native in-database function collections that include an expanding dataset of analytic functions that reside in the analytics database, and the Vantage Analytic Library functions. The second recipe is the Bring Your Own Model Export to Vantage, and the third recipe is the Bring Your Own Model Scoring recipe. These two recipes interface the Teradata BYOM or Bring Your Own Model database software. The model export recipe enables you to export PMML formatted models that you have built within Dataiku or elsewhere so that you can store them in Teradata Vantage systems for native scoring in the analytics database. The BYOM scoring recipe empowers you with massively parallel scoring capabilities by using the stored models in the analytics database for in-database scoring. The fourth recipe is in-database scripting. This recipe interfaces table operator objects in the analytics database on Teradata Vantage systems that enable you to execute parallel instances of your Python and R scripts natively in Teradata Vantage. In this video segment, we examine installation and basic setup of the Teradata plugin for Dataiku. To install the Teradata plugin on a target Dataiku server, it is assumed that first you have the plugin file that you can obtain by going to the Dataiku plugin store and going to the link where the Teradata plugin source code resides. So you need first the zip file, and then it is also assumed that after you get the plugin file and you download it locally on your client, that you can install it. You have permission to install a plugin on your target Dataiku server, or this is something that your Dataiku server administrator can do for you. So we assume here that we have a Dataiku server as shown here in this video, and what we would like to do next is to go to the plugins page from where we can upload our plugin and install it. So we go to the Add Plugin label and click on the Upload button, and this is the point where we would like to upload the Teradata zip file that we have stored on our system. So I have saved, as you see here, the Teradata zip file. I specify it. If this should be an update of your plugin of a previous version, click on the button here. Otherwise, since this is the first installation on the server, we continue by clicking on the button Upload. The installation process begins, and the plugin requires a Python 3.6 or 3.7 environment. There is no such environment currently on that server, so we just go by the standard creation of a new Python environment managed by DSS. And we see here that we have one option for Python 3.6 environment. We select this option and we push the button to build a new environment. This process can take a little while because all the dependencies for this environment are fetched downloaded to the server and the environment is built. You can see the progress here by moving farther below, where you see all the different packages that are brought over and are installed during this time. And eventually you should be getting a message that the import has succeeded, the environment has been created. You can click on the OK button and the next button for the next stage of the plugin installation. You see that the final stage is basically the message that the installation was successful, and you can therefore now go to the plugin page. It is strongly recommended that after loading a plugin, that you reload all the plugins by pushing this button on the plugins page, and that you also refresh your browser page before you start using the plugin. This is it, and now you're ready to use the plugin. But before you actually start using the recipes, we need to configure the plugin with a couple more elements. The first element is that clearly you need to be able to access a target Teradata Vantage server. So you need to have database credentials as a username that you can use for a connection that you will set up. So either you or your administrator can go under administration and connections to set up a new Teradata connection, which is by pushing this button here under the new connection menu. And once you provide all the details, the host name specifically, the username and password to connect to the target Teradata Vantage server, it is recommended that you specify the Carset UTF-8 property and the tmode Terra property under the advanced JDBC properties. It is also recommended to click on the auto commit mode in your connection settings. So the connections in Dataiku are made by using the JDBC driver. You can obtain the Teradata JDBC driver by going to the downloads.teradata.com website and clicking on the Teradata JDBC driver link, from where you can get the driver, and either you or your Dataiku server administrator can install the driver for you by using the appropriate instructions that are provided in the Dataiku documentation website for installation of database drivers. And with the last presentation, we conclude the Teradata TechBytes video about the Teradata plugin for Dataiku. Thank you very much for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.